Hello, my name is Mario for X Bodybuilding, and welcome to the channel.
Hey, 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 hey,
Okay everybody, so today is Saturday, and Saturday is calf and shoulder days. So basically for me, for calves, I only do one working set. I do a few warm-ups for my feet and my calves, but I basically only do one working set. The reason why I do that is because under the HIIT way of doing things, you put a lot of focus on recovery. I figure we're always walking, so the calves are always getting a good work. So how much recovery is it really getting? Not as much as other parts of our body. So that's why I'm only doing one working set. If I end up plateauing in this, I'll change things up but as it goes right now, I'm just doing it this way here. We'll see how things work out. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. So I already did my warm-ups. I'm gonna be doing one leg calf raises on body weight. So last time I did this, I did it with 20 pounds, so I'm weighing 245 plus a 20, it's 265 on one leg. I did 4 reps plus 2 negatives. So like I said, I'm all warmed up. I'm gonna see what happens today. The last time I did this was last Saturday, so 7 days ago. So give it a shot. So that was pretty good. I'd say I'm gonna go with 6. I think I was off a little bit. I think the one I did maybe 8, and the other one did 6 or whatever. When you're taping and doing it at the same time, you're not as much focused on what you should be doing, but it's all part about running a YouTube channel, so it's no complaints, just the way it is, right? But yeah, so I think I got probably 8 on the right side, but you know what? I'm gonna say 6 because the last time I did 4. So if I say 6, that gives me two PRs. Then I went for the negatives. Now, what I liked about this time is that I was getting more, right now it's on that beam, so that's probably around, the square peg's probably around 2 inches. So this time here, compared to last time, I was going down past level a lot more, which is good, get more flexibility in my calves. And on my positive, I could be going a little bit higher, but still it's pretty good. So when I went for my negatives, if you can tell, I used my left leg to push myself up, so which is awesome because that's called self-spotting. So for you guys that don't have a workout partner, this works out good for you guys. So I pushed myself up for 2 and allow myself to have a negative. So remember, like Dorian Yates said, you got more power in your negative. So once you go to failure in your positive, you still have some in your negative, right? So I was able to go to true failure, not just on my positive, but also on my negative. The left leg was a little bit weaker, did pretty good, but I could feel on my second negative, I could really feel the weakness in my calf and in my whole leg. So, which is fine, you know what I mean? We're never, like, I don't know who's completely balanced, right? But we're working on it, taking care of old injuries. keep progressing there and keep progressing with the weight. Obviously, what I'm doing is working. I mean, before I was doing HIT, I had really no idea what I was doing. Nothing was documented. I was just going on memory. But now, with documentation and really focus, I'm doing a lot better improvement. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So that's this week. Next week, we'll see what happens. I'll most likely go to this again. And yeah, for now, leave it there. All right, so now I'm gonna be doing the shoulder workout part of the day. So basically for my shoulders, I always do 2 rear delts, 2 front delts, 3 side delts, and then I do 2 presses. Last Saturday, my middle traps were still not feeling the greatest, but today they feel pretty good, so I'm gonna pull a little harder on the rear delts. Last week I did kind of light workouts just to help the middle traps heal quicker. But today feels pretty good, so I'm gonna give it a bit more on the rear delts. So usually I do all that because I do 2 presses, right? So I do like 2 fronts, 2 sides, 3 sides, 2 rears, and I do 2 presses. Today I'm gonna do the same thing, but my one press is gonna be front delt focused more. So I'm gonna take out one of my front delt exercises and just replace it with that. So basically I'm still doing 2 presses, but the one's front delt focused, so I'm removing one of my front delt exercises and we're gonna leave it at that for today. Other days, let's say I was doing like behind the head shoulder presses and dumbbell presses, so that'd be my 2 presses. Then I would do like my 3 sides, 2 fronts and 2 back. But today, because my press is gonna be front delt, that's why I'm gonna remove one of my front delt exercises. So yeah, so now so what I usually do is I go rear delts, side delts, front delts, then press, then I go rear delts, side delts, front delts, press, and then I finish off with my shoulder flies. I always finish off with those. So that's the way I do it. So we'll get to the rear delts. Okay, so now I'm doing my rear delts on the incline bench. So just so everybody knows, from what I've seen everyone doing, whenever they're doing rear delts, the palms are always down. So either you're on a seated machine and you're doing rear delts this way, palms are down, bent over. Let's see, you're here completely, but you're bent over, rear, palms are down, decline bench, palms are down. So always make sure your palms are down when you're doing it, and hopefully, and what I try to do as much as I can, not on this one here, but as much as I can, try to keep my grip out of this, keep my focus more on my rear delts. Now for me, my rear delts is a weak point for me, so I don't go really that heavy. Mind you, it's a small muscle, so you should be going that heavy anyways. But when I was in my 20s, it was one of those nights, a little too much alcohol, and I stuck my fist into a wall. So basically my right arm, you know what I mean, is paying for it. That's why it's important to deal with your issues right away. And even more important than that, don't put your fist in the wall. So anyways, so I just did my warm up. I did no weights. I could feel good mind muscle connection, which is good. I went to 5 pounds, which felt pretty good. Then I went to 8 pounds, and then I really felt like my rear delts go weak. So I'm not really going for PRs today. I mean, I checked my book and I've gone up to 27 pounds, but basically only doing like 3 babies, so I hardly even moved with it. But just because everything's going on, and because my body's adjusting, so you always have to, you know, work with your adjustments that you're making each week. That's why I'm going to finish it off. My working set's going to be 8 pounds again, but I'm going to do a drop set. I'm going to go to 5 pounds and see how that goes. All right. So basically, I'm sure you noticed I didn't do the drop set. They felt a lot better this time with the 8 pounds. I still feel like my right shoulder. So basically I just went with the 8 pounds, really focused on mind-muscle connection. That's really the most important thing. I'm still not feeling very confident, so that's why I don't want to progress or with weight. So what I did is, I did those, the flies, the rear delt flies, and I did some rear delt pull-ups, right? Really focusing on mind-muscle connection, really focusing on exhausting the muscle out. One thing I learned about with the Derek Lunsford is that, let's say he would do that like bicep curls. Let's say once he got to complete failure, he would just like maybe go across, right? So I'm like, why not? So why not just do some fly till I go to failure and then do some pull-ups afterwards, just to go to complete failure or as much as you can. Yeah, so I've been applying that to my workouts where I can, and I've been liking it. How much of a difference it's been making, I'm not sure, but it's feeling good, so I'm liking it, so I'm just gonna keep going. So that's it. Next is side delts, short shoulder flies. So the weight's gonna be in this part of my arm. I'm not gonna be holding any weights. It's gonna be in this part of my arm. It's gonna be on cables, which you'll see in a second. So now I'm doing what I call short shoulder flies, which the weight is more on my forearms instead of inside my hands. Again, like I said before in my last video, is that I'm just trying to see if taking the stress off my joints will put a different angle on my delts, see if it helps. Like you guys all know, the farther things are, the more pressure it is on your joints. So just trying to see if this helps make improvements, and yeah, just trying things out, seeing different things. Again, I'm using these here, which I bought at Amazon. Again, they're usually used for doing hangs. So you guys will hang this up, one on each arm, and then do like knee lifts and all that. So I'm using it for short shoulder flies. So last time I did this, last Saturday, I did 50 pounds for 10 and 2 assisted. So we'll see what happens here. So pretty much that's complete failure. I helped myself to get some negatives. I pretty much didn't really improve on my strength. I did a little bit, I think, but not like extreme amounts. But feeling it in my side delts, which is good. Got a good pump. So happy with that, and we'll see how things go. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing front delt presses. So focusing more on my front delts. I've seen some guys go beyond their chin. They really go down to like across their shoulders. I've seen other guys stop at the chin for joint reasons. I kind of like that version better. It's a lot less stress on your joints and still get a pretty good pump. So my PR on this, last time I wrote it down, was 160 pounds for 2 reps. So today I've already warmed up, by the way. So today I'm gonna go for 140 pounds. Haven't done this in a while, so that's why I'm gonna go to 140. I'm gonna go just for as many reps as I can get. Then that's it. I'm not gonna go for PRs in weight. I'm just gonna go for as many reps as I can get and leave at that for today, just to keep it safe, right? So. So basically, as you can see, I got two safety, whatever these are called, not really bars, but whatever, two safeties here. So I did five positives, and then I figured I wasn't gonna get to 6, so I just did a negative. So that's one good thing about having these safety bars and whatever these ones here are called, but like squat racks, you got like safety bars. It's a good thing to have these. Like if you don't have a training partner like myself, you could do to your positive and then come down slowly. I could have went a bit slower there, but come down slowly, really get your mind-muscle connection, really get that negative, and just put it down and you're good to go. At least that way you got, that wasn't a complete negative failure. If I had a spotter that could have helped me up with a positive and get another negative, but it's better than not doing that at all, right? So we're gonna leave it there for now. That's 5 reps at 140 pounds and see what we get next time. So this next exercise I'm going to do is for the rear delts. So my second rear delt exercise. Where I call this my incline cable flies. Where I got this idea from was from Cutler. I saw him do a version of this. I don't know if he was doing this for his rear delts or for his middle traps or whatever, but to me I just thought, you know what, that might work good for my rear delts. So the last time I did this, my PR was 40 pounds for 6 reps. I haven't done this in a while, so I just did a warm up at 20 pounds, felt pretty good. I'm gonna go to 30, and if I feel really good, I'll up it up from there, but if I don't, I'm just gonna stick at 30 just to get the body used to it again, and the next time I do this, then I'll go for a PR, but we'll just see how I feel. Yeah, so you know what, I think we're gonna leave it at that. My right rear delt really feels wiped, so I'm gonna leave it alone. I can feel the mind muscle connection, which is good. It's obviously tired, so there's no sense pushing it. It's just like you're not gonna be able to recover in time, and the only thing you may do is injure yourself, so it really doesn't make any sense. But yeah, so like I said before, sometimes you gotta go back to go forward. Last time I did, well, I was at 6 reps of 40. No, I won't even count that as an exercise. That was just 30 pounds and wasn't feeling it. So we'll say 20 pounds for, let's say, 10 reps, right? But yeah, so just be conscious, be careful. Always feel out your body, and if it doesn't feel like it wants to do it, don't do it. Just, you know, let it recover and go back at it next time. So this exercise here, I'll be doing, I call side delt pull-ups. I was watching Derek Lunsford, he did it on the barbell, and what he said was to think about your elbows going outwards. So I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna be using dumbbells instead, and I'll be using 15 pounds and see how it goes. So did 12 there. Just so you know, like I was doing barbell before, then I decided to go to dumbbell. So the last time I went to dumbbell, all I did was 8 pounds. So basically, my body wasn't used to that. I think that's why I was at only 8 pounds. So now I went to 15 pounds for like, I think 12 reps or something like that. So I'm just gonna jump up to 20 pounds. So basically, the reason why I'm telling you that is don't always get, like, don't get too worked up on certain, like if you're not lifting as much as you thought you should have or whatever. There's a lot of variables involved. As long as you're focused on what you're doing, okay, you don't have to get too worked up. Just be patient, see how things go, and after like I say, a few weeks, like I would say like a month or whatever, if things aren't progressing the way you want, then you can change it up. But if you, just because you go in one day and you're like, oh my God, I'm only lifting like these little weights. Okay, so just lift those little weights that day, let yourself recover, and see what happens next time. And this is a perfect example of that. So I'm gonna go for 20 pounds, see what I get, and then we'll see what happens. So it's pretty good. When I started, I wasn't thinking about the elbows going up, but the minute I did, I felt like especially my right side delt engaged more. So that's pretty good. I think I did like 10, and I did a bunch of little babies. So yeah, that's pretty good. I'll see how things go, and the next time I'll go to that there, and if I can progress to a higher weight, I will. If not, just leave it there and just keep monitoring and make adjustments as I go. So now I'm going to be doing my second front delt exercise. They're going to be palms down dumbbell raises. Last week I did 15 pounds for 6 reps. I just tried 15 pounds now and it's like super easy. So don't try not to get excited like if you're not getting PRs. Like this day today for shoulders, I haven't been getting much PRs, but you know what? Just chill, like listen to your body. It probably needs more recovery. You can't be going high intensity all the time. So it's probably just what's happening to me. Now this here is just show you, like I was easy at 15 pounds, so I'm going to 20 pounds, gonna be a PR there. My pull-ups was a PR as well, so you don't always know like what's going on. It could be a lot of variables, so just don't get too excited if you're not getting your PRs like you'd like. Just be patient and see how things go, then make your changes once you're confident in what you're doing is not working. So I did pretty much 10 reps there each side, plus a couple little babies at the ends to get the true failure. Then I threw the thumbs up for a few. Again, got that off Derek Lunsford. Then I just did like a few babies there. Then I went again to see if I could get palms down, and I couldn't get nothing. So pretty much it's true failure, right? It's just to show you, like 20 pounds at 10 reps. So next time I do it, I think I'm just gonna stay there and see what happens. Still feels good, then I'll up it up. But if not, I'll just keep it there and just see how things progress. So I just did My dumbbell presses, you guys have to take my word on it. I thought the camera was running and it wasn't, so you're not gonna be able to see my PR. So basically, I'm gonna say this all over again. Last week I did 45 pounds for 8 reps, but it wasn't good structure. I didn't like my structure. So my focus this time was to at least to get the 8 reps, but better structure. So really that was my big one for today, the PR. I really wanted to get that. My right shoulder is a little bit wonky, which doesn't surprise me. Like I said before, I put my fist on the wall back in my 20s. And I never fixed it properly, so I'm still feeling it. I'm doing my best to fix it right now. It's working out pretty good, but still some days it'll be, this is probably surprised me that it's a little wonky. So this one here, so I just did the press. I did for 10 reps, good structure, and yeah, so I'm happy with that. Too bad I couldn't get it on camera. But yeah, so that's 45 pounds, 10 reps. Will I go up from there next week? Or I think next week I'm at the other gym, so I won't be doing dumbbells then. But the following week, I'll see. I'll decide how I feel coming that day there. But for right now, that's a good PR. And you know, I mean, like I was saying before, you can't always expect to get PRs. Sometimes you have to pull back on certain exercises, let the body adjust, let the body grow, let it recover. And just be patient, and it should come for you. If it doesn't, just after a while, then start making some changes. But just don't be too quick on making your changes. So now this is my last exercise. It was a good day. It was a good workout, but it was a good workout. So now I'm going to do I always do my dumbbell flies at the end. So I'm going to be doing a reverse pyramid. So I'm going to start at 20s, go to 12s, and go to 8s, or no, go to 5s. So 20, 12, 5s. The last time I did this, I did 8 reps, 8 reps, and 12 reps on the last one. I'm going to do this again, see how it feels, and then decide the next time I do this if I want to up it up some more with weights. So this is my last exercise. I'm really not going to warm up. I'm pretty much warmed up as it is. So just going to give everything I got, and that'll be it. Just making sure if the camera's running. Yeah, it's running. So that's it. So I got 4 more reps on my 20s. I got 12 reps there. And I went to the 12s. I only got 6, so I went down by 2 there. Then with the 5s, I think I went to maybe 13 or 14 or 12, I'm not sure, but regardless, I think it's a progression. I was a little down on my 12s, but that's okay. I'll see next time if I want to increase the weight or if I just want to keep it the same until those 12s catch up, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So anyways, that's a wrap up today, guys. Basically, it was a good shoulder workout. Like I said before, I had to pull back on certain things, but that's okay. Kept a good mind-muscle connection. The body is going to recover, and it should be better next time. If not, I'll just wait a few times. If I still don't progress, then I'll just make adjustments. But for right now, I'm happy with what things are going. I got the important PR that I wanted was on my shoulder press, so that's good. Got a few improvements everywhere else. So basically, overall, in my opinion, I had a good workout, a good pump, and it did pretty good. So now it's just to recover and see what happens. Now, and one more thing I want to add is that one thing I saw like Rambod do with his athletes is that he would get them to pose in between their sets, just to bring in the blood flow. I haven't been doing it, something I want to do, but I haven't been remembering to do it. I need to remember to do it. But so what I'm just going to do a few poses at the end of this workout for my shoulders, just to get the blood flow going and just to get some good mind-muscle connection. And another thing I want to add, statics where you're just holding it, either you hold it just with no weights or with weights, it's good for your body because it helps the muscles know what you want, right? When you're moving around, it could be a little confusing for your body, but when you're in a static position, it's a lot easier for the body to remember what you want or know what you want. So just want to throw that out there. So I'm just going to do a few poses. These posings are new to me. I just started doing that. I'm just learning, so I just do the best I can just to see how I look and just to get that blood going into the muscle. So just so you know. Yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Please, if you like the videos I'm sharing with you, I would appreciate if you subscribed, liked, left a comment, tell me what you think, and yeah, have a pleasant day, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.